my friend Pete's SWRNC. How's everybody doing out there? I've been really, really busy. I'm going to go ahead and say that right now. I've been starting work approximately 6 o'clock every morning, and then usually work until about 7:30. So I haven't had really time to make videos like I normally do. Let me go ahead and give you a little example of working. So this morning, of course, I was up around 4 o'clock, 3:45. I went through my emails, checked a bunch of other stuff going on. By 6 o'clock, I'm outside working on my trees. That lasted till about probably 10 o'clock. I had to make the bowls bigger on my trees so the water would spread out. The trees can grow bigger and the roots. So I finished that up. I had to do, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 trees. That was a 3-day job in the morning. I did it in the mornings. So then I finally took the 71 Chevel over to the sandblasters on the rotisserie. And the sandblaster got it done. It was a done deal. I had to go pick that up this morning. To unload that vehicle off of my trailer and get it on the concrete was a nightmare. We ended up using my tractor. And let me tell you what, Minnie the body shop girl almost had a heart attack as we were unloading it. She thought that the whole car was going to come off of the rotisserie. And if that would have happened, I would have been up shit brick. Okay? You'll see that in the video set. But let me tell you something. That was a real trip. So we got that sandblasted. We found several rust-through spots that I will talk to the owner about to see what he wants to do about it. And then we're going to go ahead and refinish the bottom of the vehicle. And I don't know if the owner wants to put alkyd enamel on it or he wants to go with some Raptor liner thinned out with acetone to give it that texture look. And then it'll be protected for the rest of its life, of course. But we do have to repair the rust on the bottom of the vehicle. And I wasn't supposed to gut the interior out of that car. The owner was going to do that when he got it home. But to fix the rust, the carpet has got to come out or fires will be started. And that's all we need to do is start this car on fire. You want to watch the upcoming video. I get a lot of people that ask me, why should I bring my car to you instead of the guy that's got 5 employees, 10 employees? Why should I let you fix my car, being a one-man operation that you are, versus taking it to Collision Master or Caliber Collision or Service King or some big shop that works on hundreds of cars every day? Well, let me go ahead and tell you this. Watch the video and you'll find out what my answer is on that. The big corporation actually put my friend Pete out of business as far as collision repair goes. I called Caliber Collision in Grand Junction, Colorado. Now listen to this shit. And I'm going to make a video about this. This is unfucking believable. I called Caliber Collision, and anybody can call them. They're in Grand Junction, Colorado. And I asked them, I said, what's your labor rates over there? And they said, do you have insurance or are you paying out of your... I said, well, my deductible is $1,000, so I'm going to pay out of my pocket. The lady said, our labor rates are $104 an hour. I said, well, what if I have insurance? How much is it then? Oh, well, if you have insurance, it's $64 an hour. So that's a good example that the rich are getting richer and the poor are getting poorer. The corporation body shop, if you're a walk-in customer, they charge you almost double than if it's an insurance job. So I was telling you that the corporation paint and body shops literally put my friend Pete out of business as far as collision repair goes in Dallas. It was far and few between, and that's mainly why I focused on hot rods, because I had to do something to make a living. So, we're getting screwed any way you look at it. And not just by the corporation or by the aftermarket parts industry that screws you around because this is a throwaway world and they don't give a shit. But we're getting screwed around on so-called, quote unquote, social media friends. Now, what these people are, these are friends that you meet on social media, because that's the way of the world today. That's how we live. We don't want no friends outside. We're not going to go play in the mud. We're not going to go kick cans. We're not going to go ride our Schwinn bicycles. Okay? We're not going to have mommy and daddy tell us to be here. When the street lights come on, you better be home. We're going to stay inside the house. We're going to get on our virtual reality headset. We're going to play video games online. And most of all, we're going to get on social media and we're going to have all these friends that adore us and love us. That we can cry on their shoulders and tell them anything and everything that we want to tell them, and they'll believe us. So, I got screwed around. I'm going to go ahead and say the big word. Fucked around by a social media friend. Not just one, but two. Now, the last guy that fucked me around, we had a plan that we were going to make a video of getting fucked around. About the first guy that fucked me around. And he was all game for it. I got all the video footage. I got recordings of him talking and the whole 9 yards. I got detailed pictures of everything that he did. I got all that. And what we're talking about here, I'm going to go ahead and show you. Okay? I'm going to go ahead and show you. We're talking about this right here. I'm sorry. This right here. This is a clock. I believe I paid $75 for this clock at an estate sale. It didn't work. It was complete. It was 100% accurately all there. And I was talking to a guy that I never met. I never even saw a picture of him in my life. He was a phone friend. That's what he was, a phone friend. Found me on YouTube and talked to me into sending the clock to him. Now, I didn't send the whole clock. I only sent the face. The clock works. I'm going to go ahead and open this since we're talking about it. Okay? And you're also going to notice that the pendulum is a different color. We'll get to that in a minute. So I took the Clockworks out of the box and I boxed it up perfect. I specifically told the guy, pack it in the same box and send it to me in the same box when you're done. He had the clock for approximately a month and a half. He sends it back to me with no packing in it. He had it rigged up on some fucking piece of plywood where it was screwed on there. When I got it back, it was mangled, bangled, totaled out, rotten piece of shit. Parts were busted on the clock behind it, bent, twisted. He used a nail for the pin, and it didn't work. And he never sent my pendulum back. Never sent that back. So that clock sat on this wall for over a year. And then finally, I talked to Mr. fucking Wonderful, Mr. Clock Guy out in Ohio. And he said, I'll restore that clock for you. Now, I went ahead and paid the first guy $300 plus shipping. Never got a refund, never got shit. But I got a clock without a pendulum and nothing else. A piece of shit. I was tempted to throw the clock in the trash several times, but I couldn't do that. So then I send the clock over to Mr. Wonderful, Mr. I know everything about clocks. I'm the clock guru and have every tool in the world to restore clocks. I go ahead and pay him $300 plus shipping. I believe that's how much I paid him. I think I gave him a bonus on top of that. He had the clock for about 2 months. I get the clock back. It works for a week and it stops working. Stopped working. I went ahead and wound it back up. Stopped working. Worked for 5-10 minutes. Stopped working. While it was working, it was losing time. That means that when the phone clock said 5 o'clock on it, this clock would say 4:45. But I paid the fucking guy $300 fucking dollars plus shipping, and on top of that, I sent him some extra special presents from my friend Pete's office. A present that I thought he would love and enjoy. He sends the clock back. I balanced the clock out. It's balanced. You can see I got the screws holding it so it doesn't fucking move. And the clock doesn't tell time. It doesn't do shit. I'm out almost $800 on this fucking clock. Okay? Now, let me go ahead and tell you the kicker of the whole story. Let me go ahead and shut this. And before we do that, here's a clock that I had restored in Dallas. The guy had the clock for 3 weeks. He charged me $400, and this clock is accurate to a Rolex watch. It works flawlessly perfect. I have a grandfather clock here, a 1798 grandfather clock from England. It's got the name of the family that ordered the clock on the face of the clock. Everything works perfect on a beautiful clock. Mr. Ohio clock guy, for some odd reason, wanted me to take the clock out of the case and send it to him. He asked me dozens of times, send it to me. Send it to me. I want that clock here. I want to fix it and clean it and get it going. Why the fuck do I want to send you my clock when it works perfect? I never did understand that. I never understood that. So Mr. Ohio clock guy, let me go ahead and tell you, restored another clock for me. We're not going to walk in the house and look at it. That one actually runs, okay? The one in the house actually runs. But it loses time. It doesn't keep accurate time. It loses 15 to 30 minutes every 2 days. And it doesn't keep time. But I paid $300 to have that clock restored too. Now you're probably wondering, why are you bitching and complaining about this guy? Why aren't you calling him and telling him? Let me tell you this. After he got done with this clock over here, he decided he's going to block me. He's going to block my phones. And I can't text him anymore. And I can't call him anymore. Basically, he told me, fuck off. Now, let me go ahead and tell you a little bit more about the story. I've been talking to this guy, social media friend that he is, or was, for approximately 2 years. But all of a sudden, when he gets done with my clock, basically tells me to fuck off. I'm done with you. For no fucking reason. So, I got $800 in a clock. The clock doesn't work. It's a piece of shit. And I'm not putting any more money in it. Because we had number one guy fuck me around. And when I confronted him with it, number one guy, he acted like, so what? I don't care. Oh, well, I did the best I could. Yeah, you packed it in a box with a piece of plywood, and when I got it and shook it, it sounded like a piece of fucking iron banging around in the box. Because you didn't pack the motherfucker like I asked you to do. I don't talk to that guy anymore either. If he's watching this video, give me a refund, motherfucker. And send me my pendulum back for my fucking clock. How about that? Can you do that, Mr. Philadelphia clock guy? I had the feeling when Mr. Ohio clock guy wanted my grandfather clock that he was trying to get it so he can steal parts off it or keep the clock and try to exchange it with something else. Why would somebody tell me or tell you, send that clock to me. I'm going to clean it out for you. I'm going to do everything flawlessly perfect when the fucking thing already works. So if Mr. Ohio clock guy out there is watching me, give me a refund, PayPal. The clock doesn't work. The other clock that you restored, which I never even said nothing to the guy. That clock in there has been losing time since I got it. He told me, he texted me and said, I got your clock accurately running perfect within a split second of accurate time. It's been running for 8 days and the time is precisely perfect, better than a Rolex watch. The first time I wound that clock up in there, it lost 15 minutes in 2 days. It now loses approximately 22 minutes if I use it. That's telling me something's wrong, Mr. Perfect Clock guy, that I gave you $300 fucking dollars to restore a clock, or however much I gave it, $250, whatever the fuck it was, plus shipping both ways. So what the story's about here is you can't trust anybody. I don't give a fuck who it is. I had the frame and the body sandblasted, the bottom of the body sandblasted on the Chevel. And the blaster guy told me it was going to be $1,200. I called the owner up. I told him, okay, it's $1,200. He said, no problem. He sent me $1,200. When I brought the frame over there, he said, well, I calculated wrong. It's only going to be $1,000. That's what he told me. So I immediately contacted the owner and I said, well, good news. The sandblasting will not cost $1,200. It's only going to cost $1,000. I'll go ahead and put the other $200 toward your bill. I believe the owner was probably speechless on that. Like, I can't fucking believe that this guy just did that. That this guy took the $200, instead of keeping the $200 and keeping his mouth shut, he literally called me on the phone and told me that it was only $1,000. Nobody else in the world would probably do that. I don't even know if this clock has the original parts in it. I don't know what the fuck it is. It's a beautiful clock. I love that clock. Can we see the clock? Where's the clock at? Are we looking at? There it is. That's a beautiful clock. It's gold. It's black oak. I believe that's an oak. The case is handmade. It's from the early 1900s, probably 1910, 1920. And it's a fantastic piece of American history, or possibly English history. I don't know what kind of clock that is. I don't know where it was made. But I can tell you this. Beauty doesn't make the motherfucker run. Mr. Clock guys. Did I say guys or guy? So, you can't trust nobody. The world it's just obliterated with this social media bullshit. Social media scum. This is what I really appreciate when I talk to people on the phone, or probably text, or maybe email people, that when those people pass through my town, they stop here and shake a hand and make a friend. And they tell me, I just wanted to stop to let you know I'm a real person. The two clock guys, I don't know what the fuck they are, okay? But I put my trust in the clock guys. I paid them more money than what the fuck they asked for. I told them I don't care how much it costs. I want it flawlessly perfect restored. Clock guy number 2, and don't quote me on this, but when he restored the clock in the house, he sent me all these pictures of that clock. And then when I sent this clock to him, he sent me a bunch of pictures of this clock. If you look at the pictures, they kind of look identically exactly the same, like he was sending me the same pictures of the same clock. I don't even know if it was my clock. But I never said anything. I said, okay, that's cool, whatever. Just get my clock here, that's all I want. So, we'll look at that beautiful clock in memory of, what can we say? Don't trust anybody. I can't believe that this fucking guy, after he restored that clock, he basically that's telling me he's a piece of shit. That's telling me that everything that he told me about his life history, which I'm not going to go through with you, it was kind of extensive. That's telling me that all he did is lie and cheat and bullshit to get attention. I don't even know if the motherfucker actually restored that clock. I don't know if he actually took it somewhere and had somebody else do it. I don't fucking know. Do you see where the angle of this story is going with social media and I can't trust you anymore? And if Mr. Clock Guy number 2 is watching this, fuck off. Don't contact me. If you want to give me a refund via PayPal. If number 1 Clock Guy is watching this, fuck off. I don't want to talk to you. If you want to give me a refund, that would be fucking great. Text my shop phone and I'll give you my email to the fucking PayPal. Give me my money back that I gave you to do nothing. Mr. Social Media motherfuckers. I hate to say it, but you're probably sitting here laughing and thinking this is a big joke. Well, it's not. This is reality now. This is the life that you live. We don't live in the 70s or 80s anymore. We don't ride our bicycles outside. We don't hang out with real people. We live on the computer. What's that guy's name? It was on MTV. It was this weird-looking punk rocker thing, and he was a head. They called him the Head or something. He was a robotic figure that was inside this fucking box right here. You know who I'm talking about if you're old enough. Well, look at me that way. I am the guy in a fucking box. See here? The guy that you can leave messages to and talk to. That's the world we live in today. The only difference between me and Mr. Clock, guys, I am real. I actually get on here and talk to the whole world. I don't hide behind my phone and text 24 fucking hours a day or talk on the phone for 18 hours. I actually have a real fucking life, bitch. There you go, Max Headroom. That's the world we live in. It was predicted right. And you know where we're heading? Let me tell you something about this AI shit. It's a proven fact that almost 37% of all commercials that you see on TV are AI. The people are fake. The sceneries are fake. Everything's fake. It's a proven fact that on TikTok, 70% of all the bullshit that you watch on there is AI. Artificial intelligence. They now have, China actually has a robot and it's called My Partner. Has anybody seen that yet? It's this girl, she looks like she's about 18 years old. And she can basically do anything and everything you want her to do. She lives with you in your house. I'm not going to go through the specifics, but you can actually order this thing on TikTok. And it can be your life partner. A robot bitch. A robot prostitute whore that you don't have to pay any money. Give me $1, make ya holler. Is that the kind of life you want to live? In fantasy land? I think it's disgusting. I think it's repulsive that society, not just in America, but around the world, has come to this kind of situation. You and I need some chocolate chip cookies and a tall glass of milk. What else? What else we got saying here? My body work looks so good, gotta be fake. Ashley Watt, where's she at? Robot whore is more trustworthy than clock guy 1 and 2. Possibly so, Ashley. Possibly so, because the BIH ain't gonna fuck you around. Motherfuckers! See, the good thing they got is they're thousands of miles away from me. I'm not going to take my time to drive up there in person, bitch. So what do we got going out on the shop besides cussing and hollering, bitching? Let me show you. We got the Corvette paint ready. Now, not tomorrow, but Monday, I will be removing the windshield and the top. And then we're going to go ahead, and that's going to be Minnie, the body shop girl's job, that she has got to get that ready for paint inside. This is going to be 3 colors, red on the interior, silver and pearl white on the outside. Beautiful job. Everything's done. We got the big block 402 dismantled. There it is right there. We're restoring the engine, not rebuilding it. Now, when I say restore, we are making it look brand new. We're cleaning it up. We're refurbishing it. And then it'll be a brand new engine for the vehicle in question. Here's a good story about getting fucked online. I don't know if the owner's going to be watching this, but I'm going to call and tell him anyway. The owner went ahead and spent, I don't know how much, a lot of money for brake lines and fuel lines. You can see the old ones here. Okay. Look, this is, rotted. So this particular car has 4 vent lines that go to the gas tank. And it has, one of the vent lines are for a vapor canister, I believe, that's in the engine compartment that runs down this side. Well, we didn't get that with this fucking shit. We didn't get it. We got a return fuel line that runs down here, a 1/4-inch return fuel line. They sent us a 3/8 fuel line, a big giant 3/8 fuel line. Now, this is the fucking kicker. For us to send this back, we got to send it in this fucking box. And do you know how much that's going to cost for shipping in a fucking box of that size? He went ahead and ordered brake lines, okay? This is the drum brake setup. You can see the brake lines that I made. I had to make those because what they sent him is this bullshit right here. This is for disc brake fucking rear brakes. We can't use those, assholes. So now, I called him on the phone. Well, you need to take detailed pictures of the stuff you want to return. Then we'll consider returning it. These fucking online places, they get your money and then they fuck you around. And then you know how they get out of not returning that? They make you pay for the fucking shipping because they fucked up. Who wants to pay $75 shipping to return that? So they know you're not going to return it. They know you're not going to. I just got done putting the bedside on that truck. We're not going to walk in there. You can see it over there. It's taped off. I'm going to paint it at 6 o'clock in the morning tomorrow. Big fucking job. We got the Chevel out. Let's go ahead and look at my friend Pete Chevel. We'll just glance at it. Let me go ahead and open this fucking door. So there's my Chevel right there. And we got a little friend. Look at him. Look at him go. There he goes. There he goes. There he goes. Hasta la vista, buddy. So we're not going to walk out there. I'll lose connection, but you can see the Chevel that we got. I've been working on that on part-time action in between jobs. I went ahead and the rear end is completely restored. I put 2-inch drop springs on the back. We got 2-inch in the front going on, and everything is going to be beautiful. So that's what we're working on. And then we got the 71 is in the paint booth, ready for paint. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that. And I don't even know if I'm online still, but let's get back in the shop over here and we'll finish this little bitch out. Finish it out. We're gonna finish it out. So let me go ahead and tell you on a good note. The 66 Chevel that I got is a 4-door, and if you don't like it, I don't give a fuck. Because it's not just a 4-door, it is a sport sedan 4-door, which means it's a hardtop 4-door. But what makes this car especially special and rare is that it's got a number matching L79 Corvette 327, 350 horsepower, high output engine, 4-barrel engine that was special ordered for that car. And it's also got the 12-bolt posi traction rear end that is number matching as well. So, yeah, that's why I'm actually fixing it up and I'm not selling it. I want to let everybody out there also know that my friend Pete sold his Baja. Money Pit Baja is gone. We don't have it anymore. It went to Texas, Midland, Odessa area. The guy came out here and picked it up. It's gone. I took the money and I paid my razor off. So I don't have to have a fucking monthly bill. Because when I'm paying people like this and giving them my hard-earned money, I gotta sell something to keep up with the times while they're out having a good time with my money and I'm sitting here with a pile of fucking junk. Clock guy. I guarantee if I lived in Ohio or Philadelphia, that shit wouldn't have happened. I guarantee you that clock would be running flawlessly fucking perfect. Weird Mav says it's bullshit. Go ahead and say bullshit. Don't just put BS there. It's more than bullshit. It's diarrhea. We got Gene Hudson. He likes my hardtop. Thank you very much, Gene. Most people want to make fun of it. Oh, it's a 4-door. It's just a 4-door. I can take a dump in a box and call it rare, but it's still a dump. Okay. Thank you, Matt, for doing that. Thank you. Basically, you're saying my car's a piece of shit. But that's okay. We live in America. Freedom of speech, right? Mr. Democrat? Freedom of speech. I was going to go to that No Kings rally over here in Moab, but I had other obligations that I had to do on that day, so I decided to stay here and work. But I'll be going to more rallies. I hope you guys like those rallies that I go to because the people there are stupid. They're idiots. They're dumbasses. They can't even answer a question. Okay, we got Mulch Man likes my Marlin, my giant Marlin fish. Let's see if I can get a picture of it up there. It is. I've had that thing for like 30 years. That was actually a real fish that was caught. And that's not a fiberglass. That's actually plaster. That thing weighs about 300 pounds. I got that from my buddy Larry. Anybody remembers Larry, Lawnmower Larry guy? his uncle got it. He was going to throw it in the trash. I said, whoa, whoa, whoa. Let me have that bitch. I'll take it. And then, of course, we got old Betsy the cow up there. Longhorn baby she is. Now, see, I can trust them. I can trust them. They aren't going to fuck me around. I'm going to be honest with you. The only people you can really trust, and I'm talking like to the heart and soul of just hardcore trust that you can put, I'm going to go ahead and show you, is that guy right there. That's my little dog Axel, okay? He's in my box here. And then here's my little dog Bruno. These are the only things or living creatures in the whole world that you can even trust. Because these guys right here, they will be your forever friend, companion, till the day they die. It's a sad deal, guys. Really, really sad. That an animal, a pet, means more to you than a human being's word. It's disgusting. Clock guy! There is one more person that you can trust, and that's God. And without God in your life, you are going to be lost. You will have nothing. Jesus Christ is the answer. And if you listen to my friend Pete, and you quit worrying about all the crap going on in your life and why I don't have no money and I can't get no work and I can't do this and I can't do that, and you figure out how to put Jesus in your life and let him decide what he's going to do for you, it'll all work out. I can't tell you how to do that. You have to figure it out. You have to talk to God and figure it out. Once he's in your life, though, shit will change. Now, as far as these guys go, where are we at? There it is. As far as those guys, that ain't going to change. But I'm a nice guy. One of the reasons I let Mr. Clock Guy, number 2, restore this clock, because I was helping him out. That sounds pretty stupid. I was helping him out. I was giving him something to do to make some money. And then I get a piece of shit back that doesn't fucking work. Thank you, Clock Guy number 2. And he wanted me to make a video about Clock Guy number 1. Seriously? Well, guess what? Guess what? You both got shit on because I made a video about both of you bitches. Give me a fucking refund. Number 1 and 2, that is. I got to go. Take it easy. This is Pete, my friend Pete, your friend Pete. It's a weird matter world that says, you know what? I can shit in a box and close the box up for 3 weeks and say it's special and it's still just a box of shit. I think somebody just said that on here. I think somebody just said that. We got Kaylin 2020. I ain't even going to block these people. I don't give a fuck. You want to look like, you're making yourself look like dumbasses. That's what you're doing. You're looking like an asshole. Because you ain't got nothing to say that is actually interesting to the conversation, you might say. We got Martin Hoghead. Martin the Hoghead. He says, hi, my friend Pete. This is Pete, my friend Pete, your friend Pete. What we're going to do is we're going to say goodbye. We're not going to block Kaylin 2020 today. Because Kaylin 2020, he knows he's a weirdo. He knows that he is a loser. And he just wants the attention. That's all I can say. Take it easy. We'll see you later. And as far as clock guys go, find another profession. Because you ain't worth a shit restoring fucking clocks.